Alright, I'm ready. Hello, my name is Artsy Sister, and today I wanted to talk to you about drink. It's running, right?
Yeah.
About drinking in Western art. Like I'm doing this one for like St. Patrick's Day. So like when folks think of like drinking, the thing that usually comes to mind for like art historian is like the bacchanal and the god Bacchus, the god of drinking and wine, but like the whole thing of like and so then drinks for the Greeks is associated with like divinity and but they also admit that like the party can get a little crazy. So yeah, so in this one, in this relief, like the skaters they're like running off with chicks. So yeah, that's a party that got a little overboard.
Just the hangover.
And then they can just like pass out on the floor, they're like running over him. So yeah, that's a party that's gone too crazy. And over here is a Sumerian, it's like a drawing of an old Sumerian tablet that features some folks drinking root beer. So that's like the oldest depiction of people consuming alcohol. And it all started, in Western art, it all started in Sumeria. You know, it was like Gilgamesh and like, did Gilgamesh drink on screen when he stuff?
Yeah, in the epic of Gilgamesh, he was drunk in the bar, Shidori.
Oh yeah. After he finishes walking through the darkness before and behind him into it, that he walks into a bar in Japan, where he's in the land of the rising sun, and then he goes out and gets a drink. He probably drank sake, for all we know. Yeah, because like I think he made it as far as Japan, Gilgamesh, because the ship that he talks to, she has a Japanese name, Chidori, which is like people know Chidori because it's like the lightning attack of Sasuke. Which also with these remember that he said that it meant chirping birds. That's what. So yeah. He drank at the bar owned by the lady chirping bird. So yeah. But it wasn't like seen as it was very prominent in the other. It wasn't seen like it wasn't like the Greeks that they deified booze to the level that they even had a drinking god. It was just part of every day because you live in the middle of the desert and there's no water nearby, so you just drink root beer to stay hydrated. And also, the ancient Egyptians were also into the drinking. Like it wasn't the constitutional right of even the slaves to have beer made available to them. Like the first recorded
Worker strike.
Worker strike is in ancient Egypt, where like the workers were on strike because like the capataz or like the manager, he was hoarding all the beer, and then they were like dehydrating, were making like the pyramids and stuff. So then they did a sit down where they sat in front of like the pharaoh's palace, right in front of it, in protest because they weren't giving them their beer. And it was also in part of the marriage contract. When you marry a woman, it was like the guy. Not only did he have to provide powder wigs for his woman, he also had to get her beer. So yeah, you were considered a bad husband if you weren't providing your wife beer. So yeah, they were like Greeks were more into wine, the Egyptians are more beer.
Yeah, they were more party people.
They were more into beers, different types of drinks.
So yeah, modern days you need to allow your employee to drink as much as they want.
Because of the ancient Egyptian. It was the ancient Egyptians' right to drink as much beer they wanted because it made them better work.
Yeah, you want to increase productivity, get your...
Get the stats on beer, like if watching your employee drink beer, don't be such a party pooper. It's like, he's doing that for you.
The least you can do is provide them beer, so they can...
Yeah, beer, because of the ancient Egyptians. Which is funny that I'm making this up because I don't drink. I don't drink, but whatever. I respect other people's right to get wasted, to enjoy their bacchanal. Just don't hit anyone or kidnap a woman.
Or drink while driving.
Or drink before driving, be responsible. Be a responsible Egyptian with your beer. But yeah, Egyptian beer.
Alright.
Now we're going to the modern times. And,
the modern times?
Well, not the modern times. after Jesus was born.
Got it.
Oh yeah, what's the Greek stuff? Well, with the Romans, it was the same thing as the Greek because the Romans, with the religion, they just copy pasted the Greek and they just changed the god's name and then they call it Roman gods. You know, it's like the guy, it's like the guy that copies your homework but puts it in his own words. So yeah, so that's why they mentioned the Romans. Cause yeah. So then, like, once we get to Catholicism, it starts getting as a dual nature because don't forget that, like, wine is the blood of Christ, but over drinking to my binge drinking to this level is considered a sin.
To this level that they made a manuscript about it.
Yeah.
This guy got so high that they made an illustrated manuscript about it.
So drunk.
Yeah.
And then his wife made it up. And that's the first one of the only depiction of a wife helping her husband's terrible hangover. Treating her husband's terrible hangover. There, darling, there.
And then the mother-in-law like they're really like.
Oh yeah. That's the mother-in-law like, come on. Yeah, can you see it over there in the video?
Yeah.
Is it in frame? And she's like, oh come on, this guy can't handle his liquor. Why would you marry this drunken guy that can't?
And then like there's the early depiction of a frat party.
Yeah, just hanging it up and then just pouring that beer down his throat. So yeah, this was before and then this is after because look at it, they're both wearing the same blue outfit and the red shoes. So this is that. How do you end up like that waifu? Medieval waifu. Thank you for being so patient with me. Whatever. But yeah. And like just like in the ancient Egyptians, wine was also they also had to give wine to like all of the workers. Like it was part of it was also required for like the patrons to provide wine so that the workers didn't dehydrate. Cause like since.
Yeah, because drinking water back then was a death sentence. Let's be
clear.
clear.
Because you either got lead poisoning or you got dysentery.
Pick your poison.
Yeah. So then wine, like wine is how this. It wasn't like they said it wasn't as strong as like modern day wine where you got like drunk, but hey, won't be drunk right then. Like whenever they do like medieval stuff, they gotta put more wine into it, or have everyone be wine drunk.
Like I find it hilarious that there's a lot of historically accurate medieval movies, but no one's drunk.
Yeah, no one's drunk. No one's drinking wine all the time. When the wine was more common than water. Oh yeah, and yeah. So then over here they see a couple stockpiling on wine. You know, like instead of stockpiling on water, they stockpiling on wine, so that they had like drink and stuff. And like wine, a lot of the early wineries were made by like the Catholic monks because wine is the blood of Christ. So they gotta have wine everywhere to like do mass and stuff.
Also, wine keeps better than water.
Yeah, and like
especially in those times, so it was.
Yeah, like water like tend to went bad immediately. While wine, it aged like wine. It always get bad the longer it was stored. Oh yeah, and then here's the friar. Wine is the blood of Christ. He said it like right in the Bible, in the Last Supper, that you're about to drink my blood and the bread. So yeah, bread and wine. They do it like the Catholics. So then now we eventually move on to the Renaissance period here. You see Bacchus reappearing again. This is Bacchus by Michelangelo, 1496. Now before he did the David, he did the drunken god Bacchus. And you see like in his head a crown of grapes, which is the thing that you use to make like wine. And he also, he's doing, how like drunk people do when they're feeling uber inspired, they raise their cup and then they go on a drunken rant. And this is Bacchus in the middle of a drunken rant, because even like his mouth is over there, you guys, I love you guys.
Like it's amazing how do you do dilated eyes on a statue?
Yeah, like he looks uber drunk, this Bacchus. More than anything, just sit back and admire Michelangelo's work. He did a very good drunken one Bacchus. But as you can see, like the Greek mythology of like of wine being it continued being divine because of because wine became associated with Jesus instead of vodka. So then just bringing it back was in the Renaissance period where the Greeks became popular again. It just worked well, like wine doesn't have the modern connotations that these days sense like. Well, I'm not gonna get to modern times. We're still in medieval times, and wine is still considered divine. It's the blood of Christ or the thing that comes from
the nectar of the gods.
Or the nectar of the gods, we're not talking about beer. Like wine in Western art won the popularity contest. You haven't seen beer in a while. This is a Bacchanal of the Adrians by Titian, 1524. Yes, people getting drunk and drinking wine, and at the center for a very fancy glass of wine, and just people having fun, and the children being like, what the hell's going on here? Yeah, that's my drinking drunk and bringing your children while you get drunk with your friends, because that's what you did back then.
And that's what you do right now.
But yes, I'm gonna get drunk with my friend, but I'm also a responsible adult. See, I had the kid there. I don't know if he's alive or dead, but he's there. I can see him. I'm being a responsible.
Yeah, and keeping an eye on him.
I'm a responsible parent. I cropped it to take out all of the action because of YouTube, but yeah, if you crop it out, if you see the original one, that's like a chick over there.
Oh yeah, there's a peacock also up there.
Yeah, that was kind of little. No, is it a peacock or is
or a pheasant?
I don't even know what the hell that weird bird is. Otherwise, is it within frame?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird bird, but yeah. Just people having a party, and it's not painted like.
Oh, there's a guy passed out in the background. I just noticed it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, here it is. The guy who couldn't handle his liquor just passed out back there. But yeah, it was just painted as nice. Oh, and two guys about to kiss over here. So it's just painted happy-go-lucky, just going about the day because. It's not painted negative like a vibe because a lot of paintings were commission ones, and then the novels they be I want a painting of a bunch of drunk people so that I can have something nice to look at while I get drunk with my friends. So yeah, then Titian made the check clear, so yeah, I'm gonna make it. So paint what you want, dude.
You want a bunch of drunk people? Okay.
Okay.
You want a naked chick in the background that is going to get censored 1,000 years later because YouTube makes no sense? Okay.
Well, it's in the foreground. She's not in the background, she's in the foreground, over here. I just cut her off so that you only see her armpit.
Because YouTube makes no sense.
Yeah.
You can have a Baldur's Gate show guy doing it with
Astarion made it with a bear, but you can show our history stuff. Whatever, moving along.
The YouTube robot makes no sense.
So yeah, here's Bacchus by, I think that one was Caravaggio.
Yeah, that's Caravaggio.
It continued, in the Baroque period, it continued with Bacchus being king and a beautiful rendition of wine. And this one is A Boy Drinking by Annibale Carracci, 1580. So yeah. People are getting drunk at a very young age. So, even in the Lazarillo de Tormes, a book written in the Renaissance period, the Lazarillo, he ends up losing all of his teeth because he got wine drunk and careless, and then when his master realized how the kid was stealing his wine, he smashed the wine bottle right in his mouth, and then he lost all of his teeth. So then
he used wine in order to cure his wound. So it's
yeah. So then it shows the different phases of wine that it can be used to healing, but if you cry, but not to get. The lesson was don't get careless. Don't let your guard down. That's the nice thing I ever. So then he got wine drunk and careless, then he was open to an ambush. So it's actually a lesson on sobriety because if you get uber drunk and in a dangerous spot, bad things are gonna happen to you.
We gotta talk about Lazarillo de Tormes on his own. It's a very interesting story.
Yeah, that's lots of Veneces and all that. Like it's very rare, like at least in notebooks for children to be main characters. But like when they do children as main characters, they're like more happy-go-lucky stuff. Like, but last time they told me a lot of bad things happen to a small child.
Yeah, Mark Twain's.
Yeah. Mark Twain was more also Lazarillo de Tormes style.
Mm.
Yeah, Mario de Riel. This one is Paolo Veronese, The Wedding at Cana, 1563. And then over here there's Jesus in the middle with his mother. And as you notice, it's kind of like a bit like the Last Supper style. It said well, this one will be his first supper because
Yeah, this is the first supper.
yeah, he went to a lot of suppers, so yeah. Like and like the people here are dressed in modern day attire, so then it's kind of like you know
A bunch of rich people hanging out with Jesus.
yeah. So then like like actually canonically speaking, Jesus' very first miracle is to like turn water into wine. So then yeah. So then if like people are seeing you drink wine a lot, especially if they are a churchy guy, you can use that as your card and say like, wait. But Jesus said, but Jesus' made first miracle was turning water into wine. So Jesus wants to be to drink the best wine in the world.
Yeah, like basically, Jesus' mom told him, "Son, we're running out of liquor. Do something." And he's like,
Mom, it's not my time yet. They said like, dude, it's a wedding. Come on.
do a miracle.
Using my boss. And Jesus, I'm using my boss to make
Come
wine.
on, make wine. And I said,
Never mind,
okay, mom.
water into wine. I said, yes, mom. Oh yeah. She said like Virgin Mary could boss Jesus around. Okay, that like not my time to do miracles yet, mom. You're gonna put water into
Do
wine.
I also help me, God?
Also helping you. Okay, and now I'm Bible joking, cause like you know I don't wanna like cause people can take a joke and legit that's really how the scene went down. If you have any doubts, just read the Bible, the New Testament to be more exact. I don't remember which book it is, the Wedding of Cana, but yeah, turning water into wine is Jesus' first miracle. Yeah, it's probably Matthew, the tax collector, the guy that doesn't to pay your taxes. So if you're tax evading, you are sinning, cause Jesus paid his taxes
3 times.
3 times in the Bible.
One for each year that he
Give
did ministry.
give Uncle Sam what belongs to Uncle Sam.
Never mind that he's spending it on crazy things.
Yeah, you gotta pay your taxes, so that's what Jesus was. That's what Jesus did. Whatever. So yeah, the wedding of Canaan. Now we're moving to like the Baroque period, and this is Jean Vermeer and the glass of wine, 1550. Like you gotta see the contrast between how rich nobles drink their wine, that they all look very graceful, while in the peasant celebration, how they look all crazy, how they drink wine. So they're separated, and this is how you're supposed to drink wine. And this is how the commoners get drunk. Well, we're classic. We get drunk in a very classy, snobbery way.
Is that Guy Fawkes?
Yeah, it kind of does look like Gary Fox. So yeah. So like he brought wine to his chick to see if she pulls out. Very classical move. Like the whole thing of like giving a chick a glass of wine to see if she pulls out. Yeah. That move is old as time. Is it still running?
Yeah. I tell us all that stuff.
Let's shake drunk. And you. But yeah, this is a use with a jug of wine by Judith Leicester, 1629. So yeah, this is one of it wasn't weird to see people like with their mouths open because dental hygiene even as early as even in the Baroque period, like people have horrible teeth and you can see your like red teeth in your bites and stuff. Oh my god. Somebody call a dentist. It's a year.
Or a barbershop, that's what they had back then.
Yeah, like the barber. You cut your hair, he cuts your limbs, yeah, he takes out the jack of all trades. Pedeme para toda mi. Whatever. So yeah, children drinking, drunk kid, underage drinking is very old stuff. But then again, like what was whatever, what was considered underage, above age, whatever. We're not gonna get into that topic. Just a kid drinking. This one's The Carnival of the King, 1620 by David 10 years the younger. So over here you see like peasants drinking. You see that they're all rowdy and loud and like just compare. Oh, and a cat, judgmental, judging the
That
human.
cat looks terrified.
Yeah.
Oh, there's also a dog.
Yeah, like the animals are like freaking afraid of this drunken human. But you see how like the peasants drink, and then compare it to how the aristocrats drink. Very classy and very grateful. And then it
I shall enjoy this tiny cup.
the chick, like in the glass wine over here, like she drank it all. You don't see any more wine there. Like she drank the whole glass in one go. She's a trooper. She really liked that wine. This one is not so much a drunken scene, but a still life, and then with a glass of wine, just to show you like the amazing reflective surface.
Oh, that looks delicious. I want some of that.
You know it's there. And then over here shows you like the types of food that you would take with your wine. Except for this is decoration. Well, I guess you can eat like the shells that are inside, you know, like the clammy part of the oyster, like the sauce.
Ooh, this looks delicious. I want some of whatever.
Osea's beard. So it has beer in his name, but with a T at the end. So yeah,
that is the most delicious still I've ever seen. It's making me hungry now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and here's another wine bottle over there. This one is The King Dreams by 1640 by Diego Jordeas. Like over there, the reason why I want to show you this one, but this one is like, again, peasants being like mad drunk people. And up here, there's a mantra that says, in like a weird Latin, the closest thing to madness is being drunk. So, you know, like, it's a warning that you're gonna lose your sanity if you get like uber drunk like crazy. And then it's interesting that his crown on top has like the Virgin Mary and baby Jesus. So it's still alluding to the fact that the wine is the blood of Christ, but you shouldn't have so much of it because you're gonna lose.
Well, notice that the wine bottle is above the king's crown.
So yeah, so it's saying that the wine is king, and wine reigns supreme. These are not beer, people.
Also, go back for a second. What is that guy doing to that cat? Next to the king to the right. Oh no, that's a bagpipe.
Yeah, that's a bagpipe.
I was like, what is that?
Yeah. And this guy's like randomly throwing up. Because of course. This one is The Trials of Bacchus, 1628, Diego Velázquez. So, you know, it's Bacchus getting drunk with his day, putting a laurel crown on, like, I guess they had like a drinking contest, and this is the guy, and that kid won the contest. So, yeah, he'll be like, yeah, you won, kid. So then, but their dress, you know, like how they had like modern day people, like Baroque people around Jesus. These are like Baroque people hanging around a Greek god because of the Greek god of wine.
Hey, is Velázquez a Pre-Raphaelite?
No, he's Baroque. Pre-Raphaelite, you're 200 years later, man.
Huh.
It's like, Pre-Raphaelite is the 1700s, and we're at the start of the 1600s. But like way that way.
No, that's because of the mythology theme and the colors and.
Yeah, but not every mythology thing is pre-Raphaelite.
True.
Okay, now we're getting to the 1800s. This is the Bacchanate by Sir Lawrence Tadema. This is like academic art, but even they're also doing like Bacchanate, but they're being more graceful about it, like about their drunken worship, you know, just watching a maiden doing an orderly dance and they're just cutely crapping. They're not like being all like crazy nuts about it. Just being nice and orderly about their worship of the god of wine. And this is another Bacchanate by William Adolphe Bouguereau. Here's a maiden gracefully drinking wine. Because you can see the difference between the snobbery way of drinking wine and he's telling you this is how you're supposed to drink wine.
I know, he's doing the little pinky thing. So that he doesn't remove the spices.
So he's saying this is how you're supposed to drink wine. Very gracefully and calmly. And her face is not like beet red drunk. She just has a little rouge, you know. Just drink enough to get a buzz without losing your sanity. And now over here, where Emilia Freya, Monday days were 1884, because even as late as the 1800s, 1884, that we're already scraping the 20th century. Like people drank, the workers were still allowed to drink while on break, or like so like I don't see why like people are being so like crazy about it, since it's been drinking while on break has been socially acceptable since like forever, cause wine is the blood of Christ. But I think that's more beer. Maybe that's why they have an issue with it, because they're drinking beer instead of wine. That looks more like a beer bottle, right?
Also, the dog is silently judging them.
Maybe he wants beer too. Can I have some beer, please? Here. And he's also on a smoke break, so he's one of the early preachers on a smoke and alcohol break. This one's a Venetian wine shop, 1898, John Singer Sargent. So it's like a bunch of women going to a wine shop to like buy wine for their house, and it's socially acceptable for like a bunch of chicks to go buy wine, which is something that it has to be readily available in all dinners. So like walking out of a shop with like 80 kegs of beer wasn't like seen as a bad thing in like the 1800s. Why blame it all on the prohibition that suddenly made drinking bad? But we're not going to talk about that. Okay, so now we're dealing with the Impressionists, dealing with like drinking, but this one's 1876, Erika de Gas in a cafe, but she's drinking not wine but a tinte, which is like a heavier type of drink that was kind of like a drug as well. I don't know what a tinte did, but it really messed you up. So then she's just a sad drunk right next to right next to a smoky drunk. So
yeah, that's probably opium that he's smoking there.
Yeah, so it's just one getting drunk and the other guy getting high. So yeah, the drunk high dichotomy here together at last. This one is the Toulouse Lettrage at the Moulin Rouge, 1892. So like you can't see the drinking very much, but over here it's like that one looks more like whiskey because it's like a yellow. But yeah, just people like.
Having fun at the Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, but not like too crazy. They're like dignified. They're like this is a dignified nightclub, just having fun. This one's a bartender at the Folies Bergere by Edouard Manet. 1882, so she was a bartender maid and dealing with one of her clients while she's fantasizing about being literally anywhere else. And then behind her you see the reflection of all of the other drunk guys that she gotta make drinks for. And it's interesting that in the foreground you see all the guys, so you see like champagne, whiskey, it's like shows a more stacked bar that it's no longer just wine. Now there's different types of beverages that
you can even see brands and like recognizable brands in the.
Yeah, so like once you get to modern time, the liquor industry diversifies more than just wine.
And they hadn't figured out that you need to drink wine with lemon because those are tangerines that she has.
Yeah, those look like tangerines. This one is The Drinker by Paul Cézanne. This one, he's not a social drinker. He's a sad drunk drinking at home. And then here's his wine bottle and I don't know, an egg. I don't know what that is. It's just a round something. But yeah, like the impression is while the academic people they painted, the only drunk people that they ever painted were Bacchanals and Bacchus, like ancient Greek drunks. This one painted modern day drunks. Very different. In order to they painted the reality of like getting drunk, that sometimes you're like happy social drunk, but other times you're like sad drunk at home, while the Bacchanal people were like more around the idealized idea of drinking wine and stuff and like the adoration behind it and making it holy and divine, while they were more down to earth about it. And this one is Van Gogh the Asfinte, which was something stronger than wine, and like it was considered an illegal. I think it was like considered an illegal drug back then or something. Like it wasn't like it was the bad type of drink. and was highly very addictive, and he probably fried Bango's brain among the 80 packs of cigarettes that he used to smoke, or maybe it was the syphilis, whatever. He was he wanted to be like the cool kids, and he was, whatever. But this time it just focuses on the drink itself without showing the drunk person in the scene. You know, almost like a still life. Except that there's like people in the background, kind of just getting out of the bar and like wobbling out of there. So this one's like drinking something heavy very early in the morning because it's very light outside. So like whoever's that setter here, you want to get drunk very early in the morning. Possibly then go. Cause like he had to get drunk cause like he was sad that his paintings were selling. Cause he didn't paint like the academic art people, and like the academic people were very mean to like those that didn't go to their school, cause like the painting academy was a not very big. And most of both universities today, but I'm not gonna go there. Alright, we're finally in the 20th century. The Soldier Dreams by Marc Chagall. 1902. So this was like a cubist painting, and then he drinks, and then over here he's like fantasizing about like his honey. He'd be like, "Give me a drink," you see? How he's pointing to the cup, he'd be like, "Send me another." So it's like, he drank, and then give me another one, bartender, and then he's also pointing outside, cause I need a stiff drink before going out to fight. So. But while he drinks, he's not thinking about the war, he's thinking about his waifu. You know, because that's the only thing that keeps him grounded. Is it thing grounded, bro? Oh, yeah. This one is a bottle of wine by Picasso, or Vino. Because you see that, because Pablo Picasso is a Spanish painter. Like I saw like a very fun factoid that Pablo Picasso used to walk around with a gun full of blanks, you know, like bullets that don't really kill you, you know? And then whenever somebody asked him, what's the meaning of your painting, he would like shoot them in order to scare. And then that was the last time that person would ask him what's the meaning of his painting. So if you ask me what this painting means, Pablo Picasso is gonna come out of his grave to shoot you. And not with blanks. But yeah, what this painting means, we're not gonna say. Moving on, because that's what the artist really wanted. For people not to know what it means. And this one is a Potero card player. 1990. Like I chose, like there's a different version of this painting that's much older, but in that painting she's not wearing any clothing, so I chose the one that she still had clothing on. So yeah, she's getting drunk playing a card game, and then since she lost most of her money, she gotta get rid of the fancy watch and then literally everything else. But who hasn't played drunk poker and like betted
so he's cheating.
Yeah, you can see over there that he's cheating on cards. So then so then that's how he's winning the game, because he's cheating. And I think this guy's also onto it, because it's like looking at the chick but trying to be casual about it.
It's like they're two playing against one another together to like get linked.
Yeah, they're gonna have a fun threesome at the because that's the last thing.
No, look at her face. She's like
annoyed. It's like, what the heck? I can't believe I laughed again. Also, there's this is beer, but then this is like a wine glass, and like the bottle and the drink don't quite match the color. So I guess this guy's probably drinking it, and she's drinking like
Shirley Temple?
Shirley Temple or something, and yeah. And this guy's not drinking because it's over focused on like getting the chick to like lose her clothing, using his poker card skills. This one is Dali, The Wines of Gala, 1972. So this is just like a page from like an illustrated book of Dali that it's also not just one drinking scene, but like a bunch of them, and then over here's the detail. The wine bottle, the weirdly transmuted into a weird black goopy goop, and just like melting clockwise. And as with most of Dali's stuff, it's like auto interpretation and very dreamlike. Oh, and here's the clock melting into Africa, whatever that could mean. You see it up here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, don't overthink it, just enjoy it. as the most one. This one is René
That's an
Magritte.
amazing. I know without looking. I know without looking at it.
So it's so yeah, he's having his wine with his breakfast, and he got so drunk already that the pancake is looking at him weird, silently judging him. Yeah, you know that you got very drunk when your pancake starts looking at you weird. Oh yeah, time.
Still going.
So yeah, this is like an early morning one, drunk person.
Oh, how drunk do you have to be to see eyeballs on your pancakes?
Yeah, like anyone who's ever gotten drunk enough that they see that they see eyeballs in their pancakes, tell us about it. Put that in the comment section. Your weird drunken hallucination. Yeah. And this one is The Drinker, 1940, Umberto Boccioni. Those are the futuristic guy. Not futuristic as in sci-fi, but they're more interested in like illustrating the emotional stuff. So I don't know if you can see it, but he's like slumped over. Here's like the glass, and here's the wine bottle. So then he's like sad drunk at a table. He's because there's like several types of drinker: the social drinker and the lonely, solitary, sad drunk drinker, or the drinker that drinks while at work or in a smoke break or a drinking break in his case, etc. And we officially gone full circle, and we are done with Happy St. Patrick's Day. Bye bye, God bless, like and subscribe.